We're following another developing story this noon. Baltimore's homeless population squares off with the city. WJZ is live along Guilford Avenue. Kimberly Eaton explains there's now a protest over the city's plan to move their encampment. Kimberly.
And Lynn, police just reopened one lane of Guilford Avenue after having it shut down for nearly 3 hours this morning. You can see one officer still parked down here behind us, blocking the other lane. And if you look down here towards the street, you can see why the homeless who live just here off of Guilford Avenue have their belongings in the street. They are refusing to leave here and move to a shelter in East Baltimore.
City workers tried and failed to relocate some of Baltimore's homeless population Friday morning. Camped near Guilford Avenue and Pleasant Streets, a handful of people say they will not move to a shelter in East Baltimore as Mayor Pugh planned. She announced 2 weeks ago that the city would clear the encampment because of safety concerns like poor sanitation, dangerous behavior, and the risk of hypothermia. One homeless man tells WJZ he has seen some of those around him freeze to death this winter, but still says he feels safer in this tent city than a city dormitory.
I know many people freeze out here and die, and a lot of us don't want to go to the shelter. The shelters run like prisons. The people working around the desk treat you like a dog.
And about a dozen of the people who did live here moved willingly to the shelter. Now, as for what happens to the belongings and the things still here, we are waiting to find out. Police are still here on scene, as we said, blocking one lane. A lot of folks milling about and telling us that even if the city does enforce a clear out of this area, they will not be going to that city shelter. Reporting live, I'm Kimberly Eaton for WJZ.
Kimberly, thank you. City workers and police are still at the scene. We'll have an update on WJZ News at 4, 5, and 6.